Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy 13 walkthrough. Looks like we've got a cutscene here, and then we will pick the commentary right back up.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good.
What do we do?
All right, I got it. We sneak.
Right.
Just too much to ask to cut me one break, isn't it?
Come and get it!
Alright, so these two are Enlil and Enki, I think it is. I don't know if I'm saying those names right, but I think you want, if I remember right, you want to really take out, is this Enlil first? Yeah, it looks like it. Definitely get him debuffed. These guys are pretty bro. Now the crummy thing about these guys is they'll put deep protect on you, and I didn't feel like it was worth getting rid of. Now and then there's the problem with auto hinder, is it switch targets on you. So now obviously Saz is unfortunately attacking the wrong target, and hopefully that didn't mess up our chain gauge. Oh, almost. Oh, yeah, it looks like we saved it. Alright, so just barely. But if I remember right, of the two, I think Enlil has a little bit less health, which is kind of one of the reasons why you want to take him down first. As far as abilities, though, I don't remember if, you know, one of them was more dangerous than the other. I mean, I would sure think if that was the case, we would want to take down that target first, but no, again, I don't really remember. Obviously, you're gonna have to do a ton of healing in this fight, with these two being so beefy and dealing, I would say, fairly decent damage. You know, you'll end up doing a little bit of healing. I'm trying to remember what all these. Okay, so Raging Tempest. That looks like that's just a really big AoE, and man, that hit really hard. Here, I don't know if I had my paradigm set up wrong or if I just picked the wrong one, but Saz was just standing around because I was using, is that Symbiosis, I think? That's the healer, or medic and synergist role. And so he was just standing around because he didn't have anything to debuff anymore. And here, my targets are swapping again. It's so annoying. So that's the thing you really got to be careful with the saboteurs. They just like to swap up their targets on you. I suppose normally that would be. Well, I see why it does it. Like AI wise, I mean, you'd really want to stack, you know, debuffs on different targets. You wouldn't want to you know, keep trying to put the debuffs on target that's already debuffed with said debuffs, but you know, again, in certain circumstances it gets a little annoying, I guess. So you just have to, like I said, you have to be careful. You have to pay a little more attention. And that's not the worst thing ever. That's not I don't think it's too much to ask for. The AI in this game is extremely good. It's like actually pretty impressive. Alright, there's the first one down. Alright, so the fight obviously becomes a lot easier after that. And Raging Torrent, I don't know, my impression was that was supposed to be interruptible, but I don't know, it didn't seem like my characters were interrupting it at all. So I don't know, maybe I was just unlucky, I don't know. But either way, let's keep this up here. It looks like, yeah, I needed to get Faith back on Daniil. I'm not sure if I actually did that or not, or if I just continued on here. It's kind of looking like I didn't. I don't know. I feel like it would have been a. Yeah, now it's wearing off a Saz too, so I don't know. I really kind of feel like I should go back into something with you know, dirt to get that buff back on, but it's not looking like I did. So that's a little strange. Although I guess maybe because I had him staggered, maybe I didn't want to go back into that, you know, buffing paradigm. Although I don't know, I still feel like it probably would have been worth it. Tough choice there, tough call. Looks like we're gonna finish this off though. Yeah, not too much longer here. That, oh, so close. There we go. So there you have it. All right, so that's a 7-minute target time was 7 minutes 36 seconds, I think. Beat it in 4 something, so not too bad.
A hop, skip, and a jump, and we're in Nautilus.
The city of dreams.
If only we were dreaming up those clouds.
Alrighty, I think right now, yeah, it's probably time to check out the Chrysarium. I think that fight actually unlocked more development. In peril. That is an awesome Saboteur debuff, by the way. I believe it increases your target's vulnerability to the elements or elemental type damage. I'm gonna check on that just to make sure. I gotta make sure I got that. All right, so yeah, I'm just making sure that I had that one right, and that is the one. Sometimes I get the different buffs and debuffs mixed up a little bit, so I like to make sure I've got the good information going out there. But yeah, in peril, that's going to reduce your target's elemental defenses. Reduce elemental, thus increasing your elemental damage on the target. Does that make sense? That's not, maybe I didn't do a good job of describing that, but that's what it does. So maybe that's an interesting thing there that Saz just obtained Enfrost then, because that will... Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, okay, yeah. So these guys are all done. So I just unequipped Saz and Vanille there because you know, essentially their little part is going to be done for a little bit, and we'll be switching back to I almost said Fang there. Lightning and Hope. But yeah, anyways, like I said, Imperil, very good ability. It's unfortunate that I wasn't able, or that we were not able to learn that sooner. That would have come in handy right back there in that boss fight, but that's the way it goes.
We can board the ship over there. Huh?
Oh.
When it rains around here, it pours. And then it rains some more.
Saz, do you hate Pulse?
Why wouldn't I? Look at this mess it's gotten us all into. Of course, it's not to say I always hated it. Seemed fishy. All that Sanctum ranting about the threat from Pulse. Only a matter of time before they strike. Pulse is infested with monsters. Scare after scare. Not even a shred of proof. Tired old cynics like me? We don't just swallow that tabloid crap. No, not me. I figured the Sanctum was up to something crooked. At least until I got dragged in.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, all this purge business, it really only happened because Dodge found that pulse Fal'Cie.
You're wrong.
Huh?
Don't blame him. It was all...
Yeah, you're right. It was that scum from Pulse behind it.
I might as well have tried to stop the rain. I fought the tears, but they still fell.
You're getting soaked.
I'll be fine. It's only water.
Attention all units. This is Director Roche, SciComm Division. Cocoon is caught in the grip of a pulse-borne terror. If we allow the sea activity to continue, panic will rip our world apart. The peace and stability we have fought so hard to maintain will be nothing but a memory. Pulseless sea threaten our very way of life. They must be eliminated. There can be no hesitation. That is all.
If we fail, our citizens will pay the price.
Task Force reporting. Begin operations immediately. Sir!
We can make it. Get to the station and board the train for Eden.
You think it's still running?
Well, if it isn't, we'll make it run.
Then punch straight into the heart of the Sanctum? Now you're thinking like a pulseless sea.
Well, this is Operation Nora. It's not just snow I'm after. The Sanctum's gotta pay too. Hey, you're the one who said we had to fight. Every minute we waste, we're tempting fate. There's some underground tunnels not far from here. I used to play in them when I was a kid. No one uses the entrance anymore, so even the army doesn't know about it. But I know where it is. We can sneak in under their noses.
Sounds good.
Great. Here we go.
Alright, so we have finally arrived in Palumpolum.
Huh. No more rivalries now. SciComm's brought in the Guardian Corps.
Okay. There's an old drainage pipe. We can use it to avoid being seen. The tunnel entrance is a little further up.
Okay. Definitely want to check in with the Crystarium first with Lightning and Hope here. We've got a ton of CP built up. Looks like I'm sticking with leveling the commando role first with Lightning. To be honest, I think she'll mostly be operating as commando for the next little bit here. So that's probably not a horrible idea. going into Ravager, I don't know if that was a good idea. I don't know if there was a roll level crystal or not for Commando, but I guess if there is one, I should have gone for that first. But and now that I look at it, I kind of actually doubt that there is one. So probably not the worst thing ever, I guess. But at the very least, make sure that you're grabbing your ability crystals with your main rolls there. I'd say for Hope, he'll spend most of his time in Ravager, and like I said earlier, Lightning will be mostly Commando for the time being. So probably not a bad idea to stick with those rolls first to get those either finished up or, you know, like I said, at least get the abilities. Wow, okay. Looks like I got a preemptive on these guys. Not too bad. For this area, you know, if you want, you can avoid these guys. I wouldn't recommend that, though. I think these guys are easy enough to take out. Man, especially if you can get a preemptive like that. That was extremely quick. And typically actually, you know, I kind of should have pointed this out a little bit earlier, but it seems to me like the human enemies, at least at the beginning of the game, they drop some typically pretty good stuff. You know, up until a certain point, though, it'll be things like potions and Phoenix Downs, and you know that. I mean, I don't know how much you know you plan on using either of those, but at least with the Phoenix Downs, when you can sell them back to the store for 500 gil each. Excuse me. So that's not a bad way to make some cash, or I guess kind of just get cash on the side, I suppose. And excuse me, they'll drop even better items later. Wow, got another preemptive here. Very nice. So yeah, so you know, again, I guess I'd say that, and that kind of makes sense. So typically, the way that the enemies work in this game is things like you know, beasts or feral creatures. I guess you can kind of consider most of them. They'll usually drop your organic materials for upgrading your weapons, and then you know, like your machines, like pulsework soldiers, that kind of thing. Those will usually drop your inorganic materials. And then again, like I said, the humans will kind of drop either kind of just ways to really, I guess I'd say it's really good ways to make money. So you know, I think that's generally kind of how the drops boil down. But all right, what do we got here? Some fiber-optic cable. And I know there is a... Yeah, here we are. Okay, so we've got to continue on, you have to jump down here into these. I don't know if these are like drainage ducts or something like that. And there's a treasure chest, or treasure sphere here. Oh, and then I missed what was in it. My bad. I can't remember it being very good. Now, you can avoid these enemies up here if there's the ductwork there on the left. I don't really recommend that. I don't think that that's a good way to go about it. I feel like you know, these guys can drop you some okay stuff. You know, like I said earlier, either it's probably gonna be potions or Phoenix Downs, but that and the fact that they're just really easy to take down, so there really isn't a reason to try to avoid them. I do jump into the the ductwork though, just to show you guys that you can get in there. But anyways, all right. Yeah, these guys will go down fairly quickly. It's the good thing about these human soldiers at the beginning of the game. They do get a little tankier, you know, as the game goes on, but I guess kind of really everything though, so it's probably to be expected. Alrighty. Oh, there is one guy left. Oops, he's done. My bad. So one thing here that kind of want to talk about at least a little bit, and I may have mentioned it in one of the other videos, but one of the important things I guess to remember in this game, or to try to get used to, is canceling canceling attacks in a chain. For instance, if you know that, or basically if your chain gauge is depleted, or sorry, your ATB gauge is depleted and your chain gauge is rapidly declining, and you're controlling your commando, sometimes it's best not to wait until your ATB gauge fills all the way up to the and then just do the auto attack. Then what you can do instead is only queue up one attack, right as it fills up that first one, and then just put their attack the enemy, just so that you don't lose your chain gauge, because a lot of times you'll notice that your characters are just about to connect with an attack, but it took a little bit too long, and then you'll lose your chain gauge, which then is going to definitely affect your target time. Or sorry, not the target time. I guess it's actual time. Target time we don't have a whole lot of effect on other than stats. But anyways, so it's just important to know when to kind of. Boy, I guess I don't know. I guess when to not wait for your ATB gauge to fill all the way up. How about that? That sounds good. And with experience, that kind of stuff will get easier. Knowing when to do that and when not to. Most times, in most instances, you're gonna be just fine doing the whole auto attacks, just letting the AI take care of it all for you. But like I said, there are some more, and maybe that's more like expert level play, I suppose. Maybe you could say that. One of the other things then too, or on that vein, is knowing when to cancel targets and switch to something else. Again, that kind of stuff just comes with time, and knowing the enemies well. That's part of it too. If you've got a really tanky enemy, or somebody that's got a really high stagger threshold with a bunch of HP, and you've got lower HP targets that deal more damage, you're going to want to get those lower targets down, and sometimes you can mistakenly choose the wrong target, and knowing kind of when to switch is definitely good information to have now. Alright, so what do we got here? This is another little tube that we got to go into, and there's nothing over here. I was kind of just making sure to explore everything. Alright, what's back here though? Librascope, okay. Cool. Good stuff. Yes. I believe this is called the Nature Complex, or is it Nutricomplex? I don't remember. Nutriculture Complex.
Don't
Wow,
worry,
that's
it'll be fine.
kind of a
Only
tongue
kids
twister.
like me know about that entrance.
They'll find it. They'll call in a team and canvass the whole tunnel system.
Then we better hurry.
So, where's this thing come out anyway?
Well, I don't really know for sure.
We'll find out today.
Okay, so the Nutriculture Complex has a couple of these hovering transport thingamajigs. Anyways, the moving platforms, call them what you want. But there's some hidden items here. And so what you're going to want to do is ride this first platform across. to this switch and then activate this one to the left. And then jump back on the platform. So basically how these work is where you see there's 2 switches on each side. That means that there's kind of a way to continue on and then a kind of like a way to obtain more treasures. I guess we'll just call it that. And this is obviously the path to a couple of treasures. Let's see what's... don't remember what's in these 2, but... 4 holy water, okay. And... a tuft of phoenix tower. Okay, so that one's a dud. Kinda. Alright, then just hop back on and it'll take you right back to the platform where we came from. Now, unless you want to return to the very entrance of the area, you don't need to bother with the other switch. It's like I said, you know, it's just going to take us back to the entrance, so don't really need to go that way, but let's continue on here. And here we've got the first, I think this is the first fight, right, with the... I think these are the Flanators. Yeah, Flanator. These guys are okay. I mean, they can be a little annoying because they'll heal each other, but as long as you're focusing one with, you know, slash and burn, you should be just fine. That and if it gets to the point where you actually stagger, once it staggers, it'll go down. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because they were healing just about as well as I was doing damage though, so there we go.
Target's a target.
So there's one down. And this guy won't last much longer either. Alright. Some vibrant ooze. Because who's not a fan of the ooze? Alright, so this is another one of the scaled beast type enemies. I'm not sure exactly which one this is. But, and I'm not sure if I got a... Ooh, it looked like he was going to turn around there, so we'll see. We'll see if I end up getting a preemptive out of this deal or not. This is one of very few times in the... Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. This is one of the times where I would recommend... There we go, yeah. This is a time... So anyways, a time that I would recommend... you know, just putting in the little bit of effort that it's going to take to get a preemptive on this guy, just because these things are so tanky, and if you can get them staggered right off the bat, they'll go down extremely quickly. So, yeah, I mean, look at this, we're just shredding this guy now. Otherwise, this would probably take, I don't know, 2 to 3 times longer, would be my guess. Yeah, the target time's 1:32, and we beat him in 18 seconds, so... again, very, very highly recommend getting the preemptive on that guy. Definitely feel like it's worth the time to play around there.
Name's Carbuncle. That's one of our enemies, being Sanctum and all.
So, kill him and cut off the food supply. That'll make us popular.
I think people have enough reason to hate us, don't you?
Yeah, you're probably right. Hungry people make for angry people.
Alright, so that was the Sanctum Fal'Cie Carbuncle. Throwback to, you know, just about every other Final Fantasy game there is. But apparently in this game, Carbuncle is used as a food source. So, you know, they mentioned that, gosh, I don't remember whose line that was, but it was much earlier on in the game. That might have been Saz. He mentioned something about depending on the Fal'Cie since birth or something like that, you know, and then they provide food and water or whatever. So, anyways, Carbuncle is one of the Fal'Cie that, you know, obviously these people are depending on. So, again, a little interesting there. I mean, depending on the Fal'Cie, and then everybody Or these guys are so afraid. I'd almost say afraid of the Felsi, right? Just because of their power to make these people into Lassie. Or make humans into Lassie, I should say. But yeah, very, very interesting relationship between the Felsi and humans, and that will be actually brought up here in a little bit with Hope and Lightning. Anyway, so here's another of the moving platforms. This is actually the second one. There's 2 of them. And this one will take us to another set of treasures. Obviously, we had to interact with the, I believe that was the left side switch. And unfortunately, we don't get these treasures for free. So we'll have to take on a Flanador, and I forget what this other thing is called, but it's, yeah, I don't know if you can get a, this might be a good use of Deceptisol here. I'm not really sure though, because, actually, yeah, I'm sure it is. I was going to say that the problem might be because the Flanador would be able to heal the, is that a Talisman? I don't remember what this guy's called, the other guy. I guess we'll find out here in a second, but
Target's a target.
Lucidon, okay. So I don't know if the Flanador would be able to out-heal your damage. I kind of doubt it, especially once you get him staggered, but I guess just keep that in mind. So anyways, long story short, you could use a Deceptisol here. I have so many of them that I really feel like I should have. You know, what's the point of farming all those up if you never use them? And this is, you know, I feel like one of those really good battles to use it on. Look at that. Man, that photon burst is so annoying.
Keep up with me, Hope.
Hey, friends online. Nice. So, if it wasn't obvious, I'm playing it on Xbox. Alright. Yeah, God, look at how long this takes to stagger this guy. Now, unfortunately, I am using... Oh, attack down. Okay. I probably should have worked in some...
We got this under control. I've got your back. Keep up with me, Hope.
Whatchamacallits here? Should have worked in some dual casting, and wow, I did barely save the chain gauge there. That was really close.
Time to switch it.
Here's dual casting. So yeah, wow, this would have been a really good idea to you know, do the thing with the thing. get a preemptive on, sorry. Alright. But man, look at how fast they go down once in a second. I probably could have out DPS'd the Flanador there. Yeah, and there we go. So I didn't make the target time. Well, yeah, what was it? Target time was 2 minutes. We did it in 2 minutes 8 seconds. So not that great. Aqua Ring and Mobius Coils. Okay. So you know, unfortunately, didn't do a real great job on that battle, but that's okay. We won. Alright, so back at the platform here, and I think, yeah, we gotta hit this right switch, or not. Okay. Oh, okay, so I think the switch, once you actually ride the lift back from the 2 treasure chests, I think that the switch kind of activates automatically, so you actually don't have to interact with that switch again. You can just ride right up to the next area. Yeah, alright. Alright, so here we've got another Lucidon here, and I'm not sure if I got a preemptive on this guy or not. I'm definitely going to be trying for one, if it wasn't already obvious. Oh, there we go. Looks like we got it. It's looking good. Oh, yeah. Alright. And man, it just makes all the difference in the world. To be fair, this enemy type is actually really cool. I like the design. It's one of, well, so I guess now is actually not a, yeah, look at that, 1:32 target time, and we did it in 19 seconds. So that's, again, so good.
Look at us. Pulseless sea, using a sanctum fallacy to tell where we're going. Sort of strange.
Not really. We've relied on them our whole lives. The food we eat, the light, and water, it's all from the Fal'Cie. You know, I think Cocoon was really built for them. The rest of us, we're just leeches, parasites.
You think? They protect us, nurture us, and take care of, well, normal people. They treat us like we're special. Almost like we're pets.
Like pets. To them, we are just pets. That's it. Now it makes sense. I've been so blind. I was born into a Fal'Cie world, raised on a Fal'Cie leash. It was the only life I knew how to live. When it was taken from me, I was completely lost. Without a master to follow, my life had no purpose. Hope, listen to me. This l'Cie curse, it took everything from me. My future, my dreams. I didn't want to think. So I fought instead. As long as I was fighting, nothing else was real. I was running away. And you, Hope, you got swept along with me.
But Lightning, I don't understand.
Operation Nora is over.
What?
No!
You told me to fight!
I made a mistake!
What? You can't do this. You can't just build something up like that, then abandon me.
I won't abandon you. I won't.
I can't just throw in the towel.
Okay, so there was the line there about, you know, relying on the Fal'Cie for food and water and everything. And then, you know, like I said earlier there, Hope kind of brings up an interesting outlook there where he says basically that humans are the Fal'Cie's pets. And then, I don't know, Lightning gets a little emotional there and basically says she's been living her life on a Fal'Cie leash, which I guess I don't know enough about Lightning to, I don't know, I don't know if I can make sense out of that, so. Anyways, I mean, so I guess, you know, with that being said, obviously she's feeling pretty resentful, I guess, towards the Fal'Cie, if she wasn't already. So, I guess more on that at a later date. Here we've got 3 Flanators, and man, these 3 together are pretty annoying, obviously, with them rescuing each other. I do like the character design, though. It's pretty hilarious. I don't know what it is about these guys, but maybe it's the beacon thing on their head or on their helmets. I don't know. I think it's kind of a riot. Anyways. Yeah, getting them staggered, that's really what takes them down fast. Otherwise I mean, with 3 of them there, it really ends up taking a while there just because they keep healing each other, but alright, anyway, what do we got here? Warding Talisman. I don't remember what that does.
So what do we do now? We're Lassie, taking time bombs, enemies of Cocoon. If we can't follow the plan, do we just lay down and die?
I didn't mean we should give up.
Then what battles do we fight? And against who? Tell me that!
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
That's right. I don't know yet. But I do know we can't lose hope.
Hope? There is no hope. Not for Lassie.
There's you.
It's my name. Not who I am.
I was just like you.
Huh?
My parents died. I had to be strong for Sarah, so I thought I needed to forget my past. And I became Lightning. I thought that by changing my name, I could change who I was. I was just a kid. Lightning. It flashes bright, then fades away. It can't protect. It only destroys. Sarah tried to tell me, but I wouldn't listen.
There you are.
If you really are Lassie, it's my job to deal with you.
Typical.
I threatened her.
Come on, Slowpoke.
Sorry. Got held up.
Where have you been?
I'm really late, huh?
The only one who believed her was Snow.
Don't say it! Don't say his name. It brings everything back. I keep playing it in my head. What happened to her? And then I see his stupid face and he's smiling. How can he smile when she's dead? I know! There's nothing I can do about it. I hate knowing that. No matter what happens, she's not coming back. When I was fighting, there was no time to think about it. It felt good just to give in. But now you start talking about hope. I'm sorry, I messed up.
It's my fault.
Aw, can you say bonding? Alright. Anyways, boy, let's keep moving. Let's pretend that scene never happened. No, it's alright. Alright, so obviously there, Lightning realizes that probably that she's done a total biatch to Snow. And you know, obviously regretting that she threatened her sister. Alright, we are coming to the end of this video, so like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. Hope this guide was helpful though, and I hope you join me for more. Alright, thanks for watching.